Hey everybody, my name's Carson, and on this channel I would normally post videos about older films and some of the things they do so well and why I like them so much. But instead, on this one, I'm going to do something a bit newer because one of my favorite directors, Edgar Wright's new film, was released this weekend, Last Night in Soho. I'm going to give a brief spoiler-free review of the movie as well as where I think it ranks among Edgar's other work. If you'd like to keep up with more of what I'm watching, feel free to follow me on Letterboxd and join a great community of movie lovers, link in the description down below. So without any further waiting, guys, let's get right into the video. The film is about a girl named Eloise who has a great nostalgia for the 1960s and its music. She wants to be a fashion designer the same way her deceased mother aspired to be. And oh, she has the ability to view the past and see the dead. She gets an opportunity to go to a fashion school in London but has a hard time adjusting at first. Being from the country and moving to a big city is quite different, and she ends up having a tough time with her roommates, so she moves into an apartment by herself. But when she sleeps, she sees visions of a woman named Sandy who lived in the apartment before her in the 60s. So essentially, at its heart, this movie is a throwback to 1960s London filled with needle drop after needle drop of great classic songs from the era, under the guise of a psychological horror thriller. The film, from a technical perspective, is really quite beautiful and a real feat to pull off. The way he is able to blend the two worlds so seamlessly using well-executed and choreographed scenes is really nothing to bat an eye at. The acting as a whole is okay, but no one in the film exactly blew me away in terms of a singular performance. Without giving any spoilers, which is hard to do with this one, this leads me into where I have some problems with the film, unfortunately. The concept of the story has a lot of potential here, and it seems Edgar saw that and took the opportunity to beat a dead horse. The second and third acts of the film get pretty monotonous once the events of the situation are done and played out. Around the middle, you're left with a good 30 to 40 minutes of this movie where it just feels like you're walking in the same place on a treadmill. The ending is ultimately nothing you probably won't see coming, with a message that you see from a mile away that honestly kind of feels insulting to the audience. Edgar Wright is one of my favorite directors, and I really love all of his movies almost to a fault, especially with Baby Driver being amongst my personal favorites of all time. So unfortunately, it really sucks for me to have to say that this is for sure his worst movie overall, and I wasn't the biggest fan of it, if I'm being honest. That doesn't mean it necessarily is a bad movie or anything. There's a lot to like here, and even with all I've said, I did like it overall and would recommend it to an average moviegoer. But as an Edgar Wright fan, I would say I'm pretty disappointed with how this one turned out. Hey everybody, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to talk about this film with spoilers, check out my Letterboxd down below to keep the conversation going. Be sure to comment down below and let me know what you guys think of the video. If you could leave a like on your way out, that'd be much appreciated, and be sure to subscribe to the channel. See you next time.